Nope.
What is up, you guys? I'm James from James Reptiles. Welcome back to my channel. If you celebrate Christmas, I just want to say Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. If you don't celebrate, I hope you're having a good holiday season or just winter season in general. This video is going to come out a couple of days before New Year's. So if you celebrate that, I mean, kind of everyone does. That's just like you either celebrate it or you acknowledge it and don't celebrate because you have work the next day. Happy New Year's. We hit two major goals that I was really excited for. We hit 200 subscribers on YouTube, which is where you're watching this, and I think at this time of recording it's like 225 or something like that, which is just insane. So we went like 10%, 15. We went like 12% past the goal, which is awesome. Of course, we wanted to hit both these goals by New Year's, and then of course the second one being we just hit 500 Instagram followers. So I will be posting a picture on Instagram today. Just go like it, and it'll be my, hey, this is that picture I posted when I hit 500 followers. So in today's video, we're gonna kind of go over a couple small updates in the reptile room, and then we're gonna take a look at every single leopard gecko I have left for the season. Just to let you know, it's not gonna be a lot. So one little update I definitely want to touch on is my springtail colonies. I know these don't pick up on camera. I've watched playback video of my own camera. This camera does not pick it up. When I first got these, I thought it was going to be a while before I had any babies and all that, but I can tell you right now, there is a butt ton of babies in there. Right now, I'm using the, Isopod Grub. You know what? I'm just going to get it. Right now, I'm using the Spring Cuisine from Isopod, or Vivariums in the Mist. I think it's also like part of Isopod Grub. But this food, I swear by Vivarium in the Mist Isopod food. So of course, I got some of the Springtail food, and they just go crazy. Now there is some mold in here. I heard that's kind of a good thing. They'll eat it. Probably way too much water. I understand that. I really don't care. They're doing great. I'm going to be able to take some to the shows and sell them. And I think they'll be... I don't want to say this is like a quick buck, but if you're also breeding isopods or other insects, this is a really good staple to add, where I feel like I can bring a couple cups of these to the show and sell $20 or $30 worth of them, right? And essentially, these two cost me like $10 to set up altogether, plus the isopods, so probably like $15. So if I can sell $30 at a show, and every show I can, maybe set up another one or replace one or something like that. So initial startup, $15. I think once it's all going, I can maintain it and make at least a 50% profit margin, which sounds like a lot, but for something this cheap isn't. It's just like, oh, $5 here, $5 there. Very helpful. And, if I'm selling all these isopods, something people definitely want are springtails to go with them. I feel like 1 in 3 people I sell isopods to ask if I have springtails. So now I can tell them I do. One other thing I want to go over, this girl right here, Esmeralda, is my female Vietnamese blue beauty rat snake. She is just killing it lately. She's eaten tons of mice, and this week I gave her a weaned white rat. So it's basically the same size, maybe a little bit bigger than like an XL mouse, which she also ate like 3 or 4 of those. So she's definitely putting on size. So one thing I want to talk about is a bigger enclosure for her. Now, he's in, I want to say it's like a 50-gallon tank. It might be like a 40, just because of 50s, I think taller, 55. I'm not 100% sure on the size of the tank, but it's about as wide as a 40, so it's probably about a 40. So we are moving in just under a month, and the plan is to just keep her in this tub until we move, and then after the move, I will buy a rack. There's a guy on Facebook I know who has 3-level Christmas tree tubs, which the Christmas tree tubs are like that size or bigger. I don't know the exact dimensions, but I definitely want him to have a little bit more room. I want her to definitely have more room, and I just want them to have room to explode in. I think putting a couple of the snakes in racks will definitely make things easier. You know, it's definitely hard sliding that lid open and getting in there. Sliding the tubs open will just make things easier for myself, which in turn makes things easier for the snakes. You know, it'll be a lot easier to take them out and handle them and do all these other things. And that's real important with these rat snakes, is getting them handled, especially him. So that'll be awesome. I think that's definitely the move. And I can't wait to have these guys in bigger enclosures and see them thrive and eventually breed. Now, over here we have my scale. I'm going to click it on right there. It's going to tell me blah, 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 0 grams. Now, I use this bowl whenever I'm weighing geckos because they like to climb everywhere and jump everywhere, especially the crested geckos. But I want to go over all the geckos I have left for the year. So I'm going to take them out one by one. I think there's only 6, and we'll go over the weight and do all this other stuff. Now, this is a Super Snow Black Knight Double Het Blizzard Eclipse female. One of the first ones I produced this year. Obviously a very large kink in the tail. I do have plans to trade this female for a subadult female crested gecko with very nice lineage. So once the weather gets just a little bit better and shipping eases up a little bit, I will make that trade, and you guys will definitely see that. But I just want to weigh her. She's real good about eating superworm. She's already 57, 58 grams. So she's definitely a beast, as you can see, a female. And she will definitely make someone happy. She'll be an awesome pet. Now, this guy, coming in at 27, 28 grams, is a male Super Snow Black Knight Double Het Blizzard Eclipse. He is fairly dark. You'll see, for a Super Snows don't usually get that dark. But he is a male. He is one of the last ones from the season. I did pick one over him. He's got a slight tail kink, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. Maybe I'm tripping. But this male, I haven't put him up for sale. If I do, it'll probably be around $300 to $400. We'll see. Kind of depends. He is fairly dark, so you never know. But he is just an extra male. I kind of didn't sell him just in case the male I have, something happens to him. But at this point in time, I'm thinking I should just post him up for sale or take him to one of the reptile shows. Next up, I'm going to put her on the scale. She is 31 grams, 30 grams. This is a hypo carrot tail. This is a gecko I did outsource. She's actually really pretty. If she didn't end up selling, I was just going to try to breed her this year. And she's starting to eat superworms, so she's definitely packing on that weight. And I think even though she isn't cooled, she probably could have bred this year. But someone did just the other day put a deposit down on her. So in just a couple weeks, we'll ship her out, and she'll be happy in her new home. And you know, this is an awesome gecko for someone, especially a first gecko. You know, it's got a cute little spot. It's got bright colors, and she's got a little spunky personality. These are the geckos I love seeing go into first homes, because these are just kind of the geckos that make people really happy. Is the bright colors and the spunky personality. And always, if it has like a unique little spot just like that, that just adds a little touch. You know, he might end up naming it Spot or something like that. Now here is a female. She is 17 grams, and this is, well, I wholesale this as a normal. She's absolutely super orange though. It's almost like a highlighter. It's super crazy. She's not up for sale yet, but I'll probably end up taking her to the show. I possibly will be ordering some more geckos before the show. If so, I will wait till the show gets a little closer. It's kind of up in the air right now if I do that. Just kind of depends where I want to put my money and allocate it, but we'll see. But this one is definitely a cutie, super orange. I think I could sell this at the show for $30. If I were to post it online and try to sell it, I could at least get $35 to $40 for it. But then I'm putting it up, then I'm, you know, dealing with customers and shipping and all that, where I can just take it to a show and put it in a deli cup and sell it for $30. Next we have this boy right here, coming in at 16 grams. Another normal I did purchase, though he is missing quite a lot of pattern. I don't really want to call it a hypo. I might end up selling it as a hypo. The reason this boy hasn't been up for sale yet, as you can tell, his tail's just a little thin. I like when I sell my geckos, I like to just make sure they're very, very fat, plump, healthy, awesome geckos that are going to really thrive for the new owner. Now, this doesn't happen often. You know, they're pretty easy to keep full. This guy just ate 2 huge superworms last night, so I don't have any doubt that he will not bounce back, but definitely start putting on some weight. And hopefully before the show, I can make him, what was he, 16 grams? Maybe I can get him 25, 30 grams before the show, and definitely sell him to someone for $25, $30 easy, and someone will take him home and love him. This one, coming in at 17 grams, is another very orange normal. Lots of calcium all over her. She is definitely in shed. Is it a she? Is it a he? Definitely a he. But he has these awesome white head markings that I think will just absolutely he has some absolutely gorgeous head markings that I think will just go crazy at a show. I think people will love that. And he's definitely freaking out that I'm holding him. But he's super awesome, super chill. Well, I said super chill as he runs away. He's an awesome gecko. Like I said, the spunky attitude people love. Alright, coming in at 13 grams is this little tiny Max Snow. This one is another one where its tail is nice and thick. It's a female. I did sell 2 other snows I got with this shipment. But this one's just always been a little smaller, a little thinner. So I'm just holding on to it, make sure it really puts on weight before anyone takes it home. The last thing I want to do is sell someone a gecko that's not thriving and have something go wrong with that animal. I would just feel terrible. You know, it's just bad business, and you know, I don't want the customer dissatisfied in any sort of way. I want them to be happy. I want them to be successful in keeping their animal. 1, because that's the morally right thing to do, and 2, because that's what makes money. And at 16 grams, one of the strongest morphs, in my opinion, is the Blizzard. This, let's see, this boy, I think I might keep for next year. It does have a little bit of a tail kink. I'll probably end up taking it to a show and selling it and getting a different one for next year, if I'm being honest, just because of tail kink. I am really particular about those. But I do have, if you'll remember, a Super Snow Blizzard, which I've been breeding my Black Knight. But I think next year will be the year I don't breed her to him anymore. I think I'll have enough of his offspring that are super dark to be able to breed back to him. So with that Super Snow Blizzard, you know, I'll just start my own Blizzard line. And a male Blizzard or a male Snow Blizzard would be absolutely perfect for that line. And, you know, I can buy Blizzard Leopard geckos for $20 or $30 all day, but if I could produce my own snows and Super Snow Blizzards for, you know, essentially $20, and I don't have to worry about shipping, that's just less times I have to outsource. It's like, hey, I'll just take my own to the show, and you know, I can have little groups of them, have a little group of albinos, have a little group of Super Snows, have a little group of Blizzards, and just take care of all those little geckos I would like to, all those, you know, 1 or 2 gene animals I want to bring to the shows and sell as pets. Instead of outsourcing, I can do those myself. So this little guy, I'll probably end up getting sold at a show, but definitely adorable, definitely spunky. You know, these Blizzards, like I said, very spunky, very, Blizzards are like the strongest morph of leopard gecko. Whoever first found a Blizzard, the first one that came out just was really strong, and he bred it back to a really strong parent probably, and they just kept breeding them really strong. Opposite of what you see with albinos. When someone produces an albino, it's usually the weakest one because it doesn't see as well, but they breed it anyway because it's so rare. And then, you know, when albinos are a lot more common, they're a lot weaker than other morphs because they've just been bred, the weakest ones have been bred over and over, and that's just bad genetics. So Blizzard's extremely tough. Last up is this Super Snow. Okay, well, my scales aren't off. Last up is this Super Snow coming in at 16 grams. This girl, absolutely covered in calcium. Is it a girl? Absolutely is. I don't think I see a tail kink on this one. You know, this would be an awesome girl to breed, though I don't know exactly what I would breed it to. I have that male that I think's a Max Snow, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, it has to be, but I'm kind of, because I'm not 100% sure on the genes, I'm just not really wanting to breed it for actual genetics. So what would probably end up happening is I'll probably just sell this girl and eventually just buy a couple Super Snows for myself, from a reliable and reputable breeder, or I'll buy 3 or 4 at a time, keep a pair back, and hopefully none have tail kinks. Keep a pair that don't have tail kinks. So who knows? Maybe I'll keep this girl just for next time I buy them, because she's tail kinkless. You know, maybe next time maybe I sell her and I buy more next time, and I get a nice male with no tail kinks, but all the girls have tail kinks. So I would regret that. I would want to keep this girl because it betters my chances of getting a pair that don't have tail kinks. So those are all the leopard geckos that aren't going to be breeding in my collection this year. Like I said, most of those are already either sold, the first couple are sold, but the rest of them are up for sale. They're not actually up for sale, they're not posted anywhere, but if anyone out there is in the lower 48 states and you're interested in any of these, let me know, preferably before January 15th, because we do have a reptile show coming up here, and as long as it doesn't get canceled, these geckos will definitely be going, because I want to get them out of here. I don't want to feed them anymore. You know, I love what I do, but you know, the turnaround on them is really, you have to get them in and get them out. The more food you put in, the less money I can make on them. And the less money I can make, the less money I can put into more geckos. So if you're interested in any of those, let me know. This is just a fun little video showing what I have left at this time of the year. And one more thing I do want to mention, I have been collecting a couple crested gecko eggs, so stay tuned in the next coming months. I've got 1 single gargoyle egg, and I've got 2 clutches of crested gecko eggs from my Dalmatian project. So, alright, so make sure you hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, jamesreptiles@gmail.com if you have any questions. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.